What happens now? Well, this may be foolhardy, but I will try to start a visual diary of my trip cross-country, which begins right this second. I have just gotten my favorite latte at my favorite coffee place, which is this place, 181 Cabrini, where I've gone every morning for the last several years. And my car is packed to the gills and riding rather low to the ground, but we trust that it will carry us safely like Rocinante. And I, your patient correspondent, will check in later on in Toledo, Ohio, where we will take our first rest. And I'll meet Sancho, maybe. All right, see you later. Good morning. This is day 2 of our journey. Starting off the day here in Toledo, Ohio, which, or if we're going to continue our Don Quixote imagery, would be Toledo, Ohio. And to correct myself, if I, as when I said, referred to the Corolla as Rocinante, or Rocinante yesterday, I should have said Rocinante, because we all know that in Castilian Spanish they have an eccentric pronunciation. And as my father taught me many years ago when he was making a film in Spain, apparently they came by that because the King of Spain lisped, and so the people imitated the lisp so as not to embarrass him. So we will continue that tradition. I've just had my breakfast in the car. We had passed a peaceful evening with a fine meal at Olive Garden and a restful sleep at Motel 6, which is enveloped in the reassuring arm of Highway 80 with a completely sealed off window so you can't hear a thing, and you must run the AC all night, no matter what the temperature. And I was concerned on my trip that I wouldn't be, I would be missing 5 days of going to the gym, which I rely upon. But I was pleased to find that here at the supermarket I got the workout I needed, because the Kroger, as many of you know, is the most enormous supermarket you've ever seen. And to get from one end to the other in getting a banana and a little bit of yogurt, I think I did a couple of miles. So we're sated and supped. We have Starbucks. I think David Clem would be pleased with the coffee today. And we're going to do another 550 miles and make it to Des Moines. And let's hope that Des Moines is somehow a little more charming than Toledo. Oh, no offense to Toledo, because I'm sure there are many Don Quixotes here who see the charm in Toledo, no matter the reality. All right. Have a good day. Soft Talk Cross Country Tour. We spent a peaceful evening in Des Moines, Iowa, or Iowa, as the locals may sometimes call it. And I did require a little red meat, and I hope to go to a local favorite, Texas Roadhouse, but it was way too popular. And so I settled for the Outback. As I posted earlier, it just shows you that no matter where you are in America, you can be nowhere and be at an Outback in New York City or Des Moines, Iowa. So we may possibly make Denver today. That might be a little too starry-eyed a promise. But we're going to see. We're getting a good early start. Had breakfast, have our coffee, and but before we leave Iowa, I've been thinking of a song the last couple of days, and my friend Larry Zarkoff anticipated me, which just proves that we were both in Mr. Lamelli's class, and that we're both, you know, honorary gays in our love for musical theater. You know, it could have gone either way. Not really. But Mr. Lamelli certainly, well, never mind. But I think we should all listen to that song together and share it. And those of you who know it, do sing along. The Dustman Hatway, about the Iowa way. We treat you when we treat you, which we may not do at all. There's an Iowa kind of special chip on the shoulder attitude we've never been without that we recall. We can be cold as the morning thermometer in December. We're asked about our weather in July, and we're so fine and stop and we can stand up to know that all a week at a time and never see eye to eye. What the heck? You're welcome. Glad you're at the picnic. You can have a fill of all the food you bring yourself. You really ought to give Iowa a try. We can be cold as a morning thermometer in December. About our weather in July, and we're so goddamn stubborn. We can stand up and know that all a week at a time and never see eye to eye. But we'll give you our share and a back to go with it. If you're from America, what the heck? You're welcome. Glad to have you with us. Even though we may not ever mention it again. Or to give Iowa a try. Well, here we are, the gateway to the Rockies. And we spent the night in Denver after a long, healthy drive. And since we keep gaining on the sun, it encourages us to go farther. As long as Rocinante is willing, so am I. And after a little bit of trouble finding a hotel room, which was, after all, Saturday night in Denver, which is a pretty happening place, I was directed to a La Quinta, which I remember well from the cross-country trip with Mary Rose Wood and her menagerie, which was the only place that would take us. It's the Dr. Dolittle Hotel, but very nice. And here we are at the first stop we made, actually, when we drove through Denver, where I bought some very good beef jerky, but the store is not open. So we'll let that go. But we do have our motor oil. And ready for a full day of driving through the Rockies and into Utah. So we'll have a few travelogues, hopefully, during the day to share some of that with you, because it's definitely the best part of the drive. And for any of you who are concerned that I messed up my camera or that I was driving upside down on our video yesterday, relax. Michael was right. Mike McGinnis, who said it looked like I was driving to the center of the earth. But that's what I'm doing. I'm driving to the center of my life and bringing you all along with me. Have a wonderful Sunday. See you later. Well, friends, here in the parking lot of the Starbucks in Cedar City, Utah, which appeared to me to be a very forlorn kind of town. It is a university town, but I found my way to a really sad roadway inn, which luckily didn't have any vacancies, and then I made my way up to a just slightly less sad Vagabond Inn. We've been at the Vagabond Inn before, and but this one was kind of pathetic, but it was cheap, and I spent a lot on the La Quinta the night before, so I wanted to kind of even things out. And then had a good Mexican dinner in a small indigenous place, and slept all night to the constant whine of the AC, and I'm ready to go home now. It's just about 6 hours, even though with the Labor Day traffic could be a little bit longer. And the funny thing is, I kind of like driving across the country. I like driving. A lot of people don't. But maybe if anything goes south with the acting, I could be a truck driver. Does everybody remember the Wally Thor School of Trucking? Hi, I'm Wally Thor. Here at the School of Trucking, you can have a good life. Anyway, so thanks for coming along with me. And I have a little song for today, sung by a voice that you all know that I love much, and we haven't heard from yet. So let's sing along with him. Today our reality, for it's here and it's now, and the young may dream of tomorrow, and the old may dream of the past, but today is our sweetness and sorrow, and the only thing that will last, for today is the day we are living, and this moment is all that we know. And the things that we do, and the things that we feel, and the things that are true, and the things that are real, all our hopes and our fears, all our laughter and tears, they're today things, not tomorrow. There is only today, and it never goes away. Let's go home.